When the Jets first brought in Justin Fields, I thought it was a good idea. I figured, hey, if he plays well, he could be the guy that we've been searching for the last 50 some odd years. If he was able to lift the team around him, he would finally be that franchise quarterback. And if he didn't play well, we would have a high enough draft pick where we can select a quarterback in the 2026 draft. And as we sit here today, the Jets have the number 1 overall pick, and they are 0-5. Aaron Glenn is the first head coach in Jets history to go 0-5 in his first season coaching the team. Justin Fields, right now, is not the guy, as far as I can tell. And there seems to be a narrative forming online where people are showing his stats and asking, is he a franchise quarterback? And I will agree, if you just look at the stats, straight up without any sort of pre-notion as to what they really mean, you would say, okay, he has, through 4 games, a 67% completion percentage, 754 total yards. He's accounted for 7 touchdowns, 4 passing, 3 running, and he has a rating of 100.1. You would say those numbers are good. In fact, they rival like Jalen Hurts right now. But what the stats don't tell you is that these are garbage time statistics. They're stat padding. If you take out the Steelers game, he had about 218 yards. And the reason why I'm taking out week 1 is because week 1 is always kind of a fluke around the league. There's no game planning going on. It's hard to figure out what your opponent's going to do. And the Steelers were certainly on the back foot for the majority of that game. So let's take that game out as an outlier. Justin Fields has 536 yards, I believe, if you take that game out. 80%, I did the math, 80% of that yardage comes in the second half of the football game when the team's already down 2 scores. That's a problem. The opposing defenses are locking him down in the first half of the game. And then when they come out of the half, they're able to relax a little bit on defense. Things open up, and all of a sudden, Justin starts racking up these yards. Not only yards, but touchdowns. Yesterday against Dallas, the first touchdown came in the 4th quarter when the Jets were already down 30-6. Against Miami, his first touchdown came in the 3rd quarter when they're already down 17-3. That would mean half of his passing touchdowns and 80% of his yards are occurring in what I would consider garbage time football. We all know what garbage time football is. That's when the opponent is up so much that they're just looking to run out the clock and end the game. That's what garbage time football is. And that is where Justin Fields lives right now. That's where his stats are growing. And those stats are the ones that people are looking at saying he can be a franchise quarterback. But he doesn't pass the eye test. He doesn't pass the simple test of, can you at least go into the half with a lead? Can you at least keep your team relevant, tied maybe, going into the half? And he can't. And I understand there's other issues with the team. The defense cannot stop anybody. I know that's a problem. We have an issue with turnovers. I know that's a problem. But there are multiple times in the game where Justin, if he's going to be a franchise quarterback, he has to step up, put the team on his shoulders, and make the throw that is needed to put the team in a position to win. And he doesn't do it consistently. He holds on to the ball for way too long. And sometimes he's able to get away with it and make something happen with his feet. But when he isn't, and he isn't able to do that, he takes some really, really bad sacks. I have some tape here that I'm going to show you from yesterday's game of 3 sacks that are completely on Justin Fields. Yes, there is a rusher in his face, and he bails on the play. But if he just hit his back foot and threw the ball where Tanner Engstrom wants him to throw the ball and where he is looking, you would not only have a positive play, but you'd have a big play in some instances. Tanner Engstrom, so far this season, has called really good game plans. This is now week 4, the 4th week where I'm looking at tape and there are guys running wide open all over the place, especially in this game. Not the Broncos. The Cowboys are the 31st ranked passing defense and 32nd overall in the entire league. And Justin Fields is taking coverage sacks. That's a problem. And I don't think that gets fixed because that was his problem in Chicago, and that was his problem in Pittsburgh. This is who Justin Fields is. And this is why we're in a position to select a quarterback in the 2026 NFL Draft. So let's get into some of the tape. Okay, here's the first one. This is second quarter. It is 2nd and 5. We're on our own 45. I want you to watch Garrett Wilson at the bottom of your screen. Play action. Kind of a weak play action there. Garrett Wilson is in a soft spot in the zone. He is, as far as NFL terms are considered, he's wide open right now. Justin Fields hit his back foot. And instead of letting it go right there, which he should have, actually maybe even a little sooner to get the ball there on time as Garrett comes out of his break, he looks down, sees a rusher, and bails on the play and gets sacked. Watch it again. This is a timing-based offense. Play action, hitch, throw. That's where he's got to throw it. In fact, he's got to throw it even a little sooner. And if he throws it on time, that rusher isn't a problem. At worst, maybe you get hit and get a call. Who knows? Garrett's wide open. And Justin doesn't let it go. That was a 14-yard sack. Second quarter again, 3rd and 19. He's looking to his left. He's got Garrett again. Wide open. The safety's not over. The linebacker's not over. He's beaten his man. You have to throw it right now. And guess what happens? Nope, I'm not going to throw it. If he just threw... Look at Garrett Wilson. There's nobody around him. Throw it. Right there. Throw it. If Garrett Wilson is in line with somebody, you throw the ball because he's going to beat him. He's wide open. And you could say, okay, maybe he doesn't have that millisecond to throw, but professional quarterbacks in the NFL, the great ones, the good, not even the great ones, the good ones, make that throw. Because if you make the throw, the pressure doesn't matter. Here one more time. He even takes an extra hitch, and he doesn't have to. Watch. He should set there. Instead, he takes another hitch. He should have... He takes the extra hitch and takes the sack instead of planting and throwing. That's a big play. Here's the last sack I'm going to show you. He's looking to his right. You have, I'm not sure who that is. Is that, that's Taylor. Let it go. Right there. Throw it. Nope. Decides not to and holds it. I don't know if he's looking down at the rush. He's worried about getting hit. Throw it. You need to throw it sooner. Mason Taylor's head's around. He'll catch the ball. You even have Arian Smith on the other side, wide open. He holds onto the ball too long. And when that happens, you end up looking down at the line. Maybe not so much on that last play. I think he still could have gotten the ball out. But the first two are completely egregious. Completely egregious. And in those situations, on the first two, they're down only 10-3. On the second one, if you hit Garrett Wilson, he may still be running. Look, there's a lot of issues with this team. I know there's a lot of problems with the team. I know we have fumbling issues. I know the defense isn't standing up. I know that it seems like once they do have a turnover, the team just folds. But Justin Fields is not doing what a franchise quarterback would do. And that is when they need him, he isn't stepping up. He isn't putting the team on his back. He's not making NFL throws that are needed to be made. And that's why we have the first overall pick right now. Or not that, but one of the big reasons why we have the number 1 overall pick right now. And the team is winless. We got the Broncos coming up in London. You know Sean Payton is going to absolutely smash us. I expect another blowout. We'll be 0-6. And then you have a big game against Carolina. I never thought I would say that. The game against Carolina would be a big game. If they roll over and die against Carolina, then you start thinking, could Aaron Glenn be one and done? I don't think that could happen. I don't think that will happen. But questions will start being asked. Questions will start being asked. Let me know what you think.